Hey, what's going on, guys? I was just in the middle of this stripping paint process, and I just wanted to show you guys how I do it. So a lot of you may wonder, how do I strip, spray paint off my airsoft gun or whatever, and this is a pretty easy way to do it. Keep in mind, this works only I would only do it on anything that's metal. I wouldn't do it on plastic because what we're using is lacquer thinner, and lacquer thinner is very harsh and it can eat plastic. I've used it on ABS plastic before and like stripping paint for like painting techniques, but I wouldn't do what we're about to do with it anyway. So you could pick up a gallon of lacquer thinner at Home Depot for about 20 bucks, and make sure you use like a metal pail. I bought that up at Home Depot as well for about 5 bucks. And you're gonna take whatever you want to paint. This is my Crytek LMG upper, and this has probably 6 layers of paint on it because I painted it twice, and then I painted AOR2, which has 4 colors, and I actually used 5 colors, so it's got 7 layers of paint. So it's getting really thick for my liking, and it's just kind of looking not too clean anymore. So I was gonna strip it all off and then redo it. So basically, fill your pail up with lacquer thinner, take what you're gonna paint, and you're gonna want to let it soak for about 5-10 minutes. You're also gonna want a wire brush. I have a big one and a small one, just because it's easier getting those little spaces and whatnot. But I've been doing this already. This is my lower. As you can see, it's taking it down to the bare silver. So it can strip the black. What I noticed, on some parts it doesn't, on other parts it does. It just depends. But it's totally fine, because when you go to paint it and everything, you sand it and paint it, and it'll be just fine anyway. So here's this part. And like to see this part stayed black, the handguard, so took it all off. And I will show you here in a second what that looks like once it's done soaking. Okay guys, fast forward about 5 minutes. You'll actually start to see it take effect a little sooner than that, but let's pull it out here. And you can see all the paint is already just ready to be scrubbed right off of there. So at that point, you just take your wire brush, and it's obviously hard to do with one hand, but even with just one hand, it just comes right off. So you just do that, scrape it off, redunk it, and just keep working it until it looks clean, guys, and that's it. That's how you strip paint. After you use lacquer thinner, I would go over it with water. It does leave a little bit of a chalky residue after you use it. And then, like I said earlier, avoid using this on plastic, as well as any rubber like O-rings, that kind of thing. Make sure you take those off. And I think that's it, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye. So there we have it. Took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, to soak and scrub everything. But everything now is down to bare metal, and now I can wash it off, and then later I will sand it with some fine sandpaper, get it all nice and clean, and then we can repaint it. And I didn't mention this earlier, obviously, though. This is just for parts. Don't take your gun with your internals and throw your electrical system and everything into a bucket of lacquer thinner. Make sure you disassemble everything that you want to strip, just down to bare metal, and you'll be totally fine. This is what you get. Thanks, guys.